Well, hello, guys.
What's up, BD Nation? Welcome to CBD 101, where we are going to basically talk about frequently asked questions that you guys have been dropping in the comments below. Before we start, let us know where you guys are calling in from, logging in from, so we could say hi to you guys. Also drop a 1 if you guys are watching this live. Drop a 2 if you guys are watching the replay. We have none other than your very own Dr. Sanjeev Sharma with us today, who is the CBD expert, who has been a board certified cardiac surgeon, who has now turned to alternative health specifically in the CBD arena, who's actually seen, tested, worked with 35,000 patients, and he is here partnering with ByDzyne, and he's here to answer all of your questions. And a lot of it's going to be about what is CBD? You know, why is our ALLUR product better? So trust me, you're going to want to like, tag, and share this with as many of your friends as possible, because this is where they're going to get their questions answered. And what's best than to actually hear from the doctor himself. So just want to say hi to Wong Dennis, who's here. We have Sabrina from Malaysia. We have Jane Tennis from St. Louis. #1, she's watching this live. We have Bill Boyce on the call as well. Janet Martinez. Chad, why don't you give some shout outs to some people? Some people want to hear some shout outs from a male voice, right?
Well, guys, I'm excited for all of you. As you let us know where you're coming from, I'll give a shout out in a second. But you know what? Congratulations to BD Nation for really sending in your questions. We were going through some of the questions with Dr. Sharma, and he goes, you know what? It might be 2 episodes because BD Nation wants to know. And they got a lot of questions to ask. So big shout out to you guys in BD Nation. Michelle Dawson is here. Congratulations. She put a 1. Rosie Chen is here. I see her on virtually all the calls. Rosie, awesome stuff. And, you know, we're looking forward to our 6th episode here at CB101. So I'm excited for that, guys. And obviously, as well, make sure you get your notepads, pens ready. You're going to get this replay, but always good to always write down all the tips that you hear and learn, and then followed by at 7 p.m. tonight, our update call, Mind Mover Monday update call, and training as well. But without further ado, should we go straight into it? Let's say hello to Dr. Sharma first. How are you doing, Dr. Sharma? Thanks for being on every Monday.
Hey, Chad. Hey, Nantita.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was fantastic. You two have a good Thanksgiving?
We did. And now we're excited to be back here to learn more about CBD and just get the ball rolling, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you started better.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Great questions.
Let's ask away. There's someone from the United States of America who has actually asked this question. They ask, how does CBD interact with the endocannabinoid system, and what is the endocannabinoid system anyway? Because we've been hearing, you know, I remember the very first episode, you're talking about what exactly is CBD, and you talked about endocannabinoid system. So what is that, and how does it interact?
Great question. So we all have an endocannabinoid system. It's important all through our bodies when we're a fetus until we're age old. So the endocannabinoid system, there are 2 cell receptors, one in the brain and peripheral nerves, and the second one is on every single cell of the immune system. And they do very different things. So the psychoactive one, we actually create 2 chemicals in our bodies. One is called anandamide. Ananda is Sanskrit for bliss. And that's really the first molecule that was found, and it's similar to THC. So that's how THC makes us feel euphoric or sleepy or or happy. Yeah, so it's psychoactive, right? So it binds to the first receptor, CB1 receptor in the brain. The second one is 2-arachidonoglycerol or 2-AG. We make that in our bodies, and it's anti-inflammatory. It binds to the second receptor, and that's what CBD primarily binds to, the CB2 receptor. So that's why, you know, when we're a fetus and our bodies are growing, our brains are growing, our nerves are growing, it's really the endocannabinoid system that helps lay down those neurons. So it's very important. And that's how THC or CBD can interact with our bodies, by those two receptors. Think of it like a key and a lock. So you've got the CB1 receptor, and the key for that would be THC, and the lock for the immune system, the key would be CBD.
Okay. So wait, question. So the immune system and the endocannabinoid systems are two separate systems, correct? And,
Correct.
And just like how we would take stuff to help us for our immune system, CBD is something that we could take that could help us for this endocannabinoid system.
Right. And CBD will play a part in the immune system too.
Oh, very cool. And then, so for the endocannabinoid system, like I understand immune, and, it helps you being healthy, not sick, I'm guessing, right? I'm not a doctor, so let's just make that statement right there.
Yeah. No, but the immune system's also important in inflammation and aging. Remember, we talked about how our DNA over time, as we get older and older, it's like a CD that gets scratches on it, right? And,
so for the endocannabinoid system, what is its primary job? Like, what does having a good endocannabinoid system mean for someone?
So having a endocannabinoid system in balance is, you've got athletes that when you work out, you feel good, you feel euphoric after you work out. That's our endocannabinoid system working in the brain. Inflammation, again, that's what decreases pain. If we have back pain, arthritis, muscle aches, all that stuff is all due to inflammation. And if you can help the endocannabinoid system and the immune system decrease inflammation, that they work together hand in hand.
So Dr. Sharma, let me ask you a quick question with that then. So what is the direct relationship with amount of CBD compared to the release someone can get? So for example, I've been using the balm a lot, ALLUR balm, and I'm getting older. Maybe you can't tell, I can't tell. But when I play sport, when I was at school, I could play basketball the whole day, go to sleep, next day, wake up, play basketball, and not feel anything, right? But now as I get older, even if I play golf, which is not as physical, but the next day I feel the pain, or towards the end of the 18 holes, I feel the pain.
Yeah.
So I've been using the balm before workouts, before playing golf, and taking the tincture. And it really made me notice the last time I played that on the 18th hole after that, I felt like, man, I can play again. I don't feel any aches or pains for me personally, which I normally feel. And how is that directly related to the amount of CBD that's inside? Like for our balm right now, we have 1,247. I know it helps relieve that. It may support it. So what is the proportion on that? Because I don't want people just think that they can buy any balm, and some balms should be better than the other. What should they look out for?
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. But so when you use a topical, whether it's a balm, lotion, once it gets absorbed through the skin, it's going to be in your bloodstream and be throughout your body. Okay. Usually a good starting dose for people that have mild pain is 5 milligrams. Okay. If you're going to put on the lotion as concentrated as the balm is, you're going to get plenty of, dosage. More than likely, you're getting 15 to 20 milligrams absorbed through the skin. Whereas if you do the tincture is 1,000 milligrams in each. And so you're getting about 30 milligrams and absorbing about 30%. So that's probably 10 milligrams. And so both, whether you use the balm or tincture, will work well in giving you good pain relief. With regards to what's the correct dosage, everyone is going to be different, right? Everyone is going to be kind of unique in terms of how sensitive they are to the dosage, but a good starting point is about 10 milligrams.
Awesome. And I'm going to give a quick testimonial for myself. This Sunday at church, we were just at church. and one of our church friends said, "Oh, my knee hurts." And I went to church first. Then I called Natita and said, "Natita, bring the balm."
You were like, and then Chad was like, "Okay, I have the most perfect balm that may help support with your pain relief." And she's like, "Okay, perfect."
And then
so we
virtually, she sent me an email. Like, when did she send it to me? She sent it to me at 1:58 p.m. and church finished at 12:30. So virtually like an hour later, she goes, "Chad and Natita, OMG, this balm is seriously amazing. Chad, thank you for even thinking about it, which is always tight, and it brought amazing relief so far without the numbing effect that other creams I've used give me. Thank you for your kindness and blessing." That's great testimonials out there, guys. Just keep your ears open. There's always an opportunity for someone to test our amazing products. So anyway,
someone has a question for you.
Oh.
Craig says, "Hey Chad, when are we having a golf game together?"
Craig, you know what, Craig, you don't want to play with me. You want to play with Dr. Sharma. I'm telling you, this gentleman, he knows how to swing a golf club or two. So
Angie Davis says,
not as good as Chad.
On her cookie sheet last week, and she put the balm in it. Red marks and blisters was gone within hours. Amazing. Again, guys, just like you saw, these statements have not been reviewed by the FDA. It doesn't prevent or cure any diseases. And we just want to be able to answer some of your FAQs. And we have none other than Dr. Sanjeev Sharma, again, board certified cardiac surgeon who turned to alternative health, specifically in CBD. We already saw 35,000 patients. And as you can see, this topic is FAQs. And we know that we're going to have way more questions than we do have time. So what we're going to ask you guys to do again is drop your FAQs here. And you know what? We might have it next week and the following week and the following week, because we know that we want to get your questions answers. We want to be tailored towards you. Okay, so the next question that we have, Dr. Sharma, is, as you were talking about CBD, what is the difference between CBD and THC? So that's another generic question.
Yeah. That's just like we talked about. They do different things in the body. So THC is going to bind to your CB1 receptor and be primarily working in the brain. So that's going to make you, kind of sluggish or sleepy, happy, euphoric, get the munchies. Whereas CBD is going to work with your immune system to decrease inflammation, take care of pain. So that's really two different things.
Perfect. And so Lisa Wall, she asked, well, speaking of THC now, does the level of THC show up on a drug test? For example, if you were being pulled over and tested while driving.
So our full spectrum is, again, by law, lower than the legal limit, which is 0.3%. But any full spectrum product will have a tiny amount of THC. It won't show up on a breathalyzer because police departments are trying out. There isn't any uniform standard yet about how big the breathalyzer is supposed to be in terms of, they check in what are called pico, which is incredibly small amount, right? So mega is 1 million, nano is 1 billion, pico is 1 trillion. So
wow.
tiny amount. So, but if someone takes a full spectrum product and is concerned about their job, with a blood test would show THC. So that's why, if you're concerned, you should use the broad spectrum. Our broad spectrum ALLUR product has no THC, right? So that person should use that product.
And it's good to note that ours has been third-party verified, that there's no traceable amount of THC.
Yeah.
So that's huge, correct?
Huge, absolutely.
Okay, so the next question that I have is from Maggie, who posted this last week, but who's also the same question that Sylvester Raymond also posted. So the question is, what is the CO2 extraction process, and why is it so much better than any other extraction process? And why is it more expensive? And, that talks specifically about our product because ours is CO2 extracted.
Right. So great question. So supercritical CO2, or CO2, since carbon dioxide is a gas, it's cooled to the point where it becomes a liquid solvent. And that is a standard used in the food industry for the last 50 years. And it's very simple technology that's been safe, found to be safe and effective. There are other ways to use, there are other solvents you can use. Some people may use supercritical ethanol, right? So real concentrated, high concentrated ethanol. People in the cannabis or marijuana industry use butane. So you're going to have with butane, you're going to have a lot of bad gases within the mixture. So supercritical CO2, the reason why it's the gold standard is that it is a safe way to extract oils without leaving any bad things in what's left over.
So Dr. Sharma, what percent, I mean, this is hard to say, but in your expert knowledge, what percent of CBD products out there are CO2 extracted, do you think?
So again, that'll vary. That's a good point. I would think that most, because to do industrial level distillation, you're going to do supercritical CO2. It's been around for 50 years. People that are using ethanol usually have to create their own sort of distillation. They're starting kind of from scratch, right? It's a different way to distill. Not that it can't be done, but to do industrial level where you're creating a large amount of distillate, supercritical CO2 is really the most cost effective. So I'd say probably 80-85% is supercritical CO2.
Fantastic. All right, the next question that we have
here from Emma Banks. She says, how many times per day does someone apply the balm to treat pain, bruising, and or inflammation? Let's not use the word treat, like to help relieve, right? To help support the relief of this pain.
Sure. So great question. Usually whether you ingest or topical use, a broad spectrum product, our broad spectrum Allure, our full spectrum Allure, the balm will work anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. It's kind of a range because again, everyone's going to be different. Some people are going to find that they get relief for 12 hours. Some people find they get relief for 6 hours. So it's variable, but I'd say at least 3 times a day. It's totally safe.
Great.
Okay, perfect. So this basically will help to alleviate the discomfort that someone is feeling.
Yeah, and they can safely use it up to 3 times a day, even up to 4 times a day, no problem.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay, question?
All right, Dr. Sharma, the next question that we have, it says, does CBD come from marijuana or hemp? And what's the difference between the two?
Okay, great question. So cannabis sativa is both marijuana and hemp, right? Marijuana and hemp are synonymous. They're not different plants. It's the same plant. Cannabis is the genotype or the main part of the hop family, okay? Just like for beer, it's a hop. So there are different phenotypes. Cannabis sativa is common to North America. Cannabis indica is common to Asia. Cannabis ruderalis is common to Russia. Nowadays, in the marijuana industry, people have used genetics to get higher and higher concentrations of THC. Normally, cannabis sativa has a very low amount of THC. Hemp itself has usually 1% or less THC, okay? And the distillation process gets rid of all the THC. So you're left with a distillate that is CBD.
Perfect. I know that there's a lot of people actually jumping on right now. So for those of you who are jumping on, we're doing an FAQ with Dr. Sharma. We're not going to be able to get to all the questions. We have like 20 more questions here, but we're not going to be able to get to all. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys post your FAQs again in this chat. So if you guys are just jumping on right now, again, drop a 1 if you're watching live, drop a 2 if you guys are watching the replay. And regardless of if you're watching it live or replay, make sure that you guys are posting your FAQs, because trust me, when you go and share this, and CBD is something that's new, you know, people are experiencing it for the first time, and they're just wondering, you know, what is this? How does it work? And they have certain questions. If you are getting those questions, or if you are having those questions yourself, make sure that you guys are logging on, and make sure that you guys are typing in your FAQs as well. So we're just going to take a few more questions. The next question that I wanted to ask is CBD natural?
CBD is natural. It's an essential oil found in cannabis sativa. So absolutely it's natural. It can be unnatural when it's changed in some way. I mean, you know, again, when you're going to make a water soluble product, you have to break down the CBD into smaller molecules and coat it with something, so it's water soluble. Remember, we talked about it a few episodes ago.
So you're basically saying once you do it water soluble, it now no longer has that natural aspect.
Yeah, it's correct. It's the distillate, our broad spectrum distillate, full spectrum distillate, the balm are all natural products. So if it's changed in any way, because it has to be chemically, to make it water soluble, it has to be chemically altered.
Okay.
Understood.
And then Jessica Persky, she just basically said, I'm going to be watching this again and again and again. So you're really hitting the spot here. Dr. Sharma was answering all these questions.
Yeah, they have great questions.
Okay. So the next question, Dr. Sharma, is like, so let's say I'm at home, I'm hungry, all right? And I got some food I want to cook, but I realize I'm out of oil. So can I just go get my ALLUR oil tincture and just open it up and use it to cook?
Not really. The boiling point for, it's too high. So really, I mean, you know, you're going to create a lot of smoke. You're not going to be able to cook with it very effectively. So that's not really a good way to.
So no for cooking, but good for effects. Like
good for effects.
Okay. No, that's a real question someone asked.
And it would taste like peppermint. So unless you want a peppermint flavor.
Oh, and if you cooked it with it, you won't get you won't be able to absorb the same amount.
Well, what's going to happen is that the CBD will kind of burn off, right? Because I mean, most of our distillate's going to have medium chain triglyceride coconut oil. So you could cook with it, but the problem is it's not going to taste well. You're going to get a lot of smoke, and the CBD might burn off.
Okay, thank you for that. I won't use CBD to cook next time, so that will be a very expensive oil. Okay.
Another question that we have is CBD legal?
CBD is legal as a hemp extract, right? We can't make any claims that we're diagnosing anything or curing anything or fixing anything, but we know that CBD has certain effects within the body. That's really how you can use it, and how we, you know, and ByDzyne with the ALLUR products, you have safe and effective products.
Perfect. And, you know, I'm getting, okay. What you were saying basically when you were talking about the legality of everything, you know, wanted BD Nation to also know how ByDzyne is very, very strict. It's not that we're strict. We really value compliance. I think that's very important to us.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that this is a company that's long lasting for all of BD Nation, for everyone who you bring on board. If you're a brand ambassador, we want you to have a home that will last you a lifetime into your future generations. So compliance is very important for us. That's why when we do any BDOs, we'll have the income disclosure. That's why when we do the CBD 101, we always have the product disclosure. And so speaking of that, when we were also talking about pain, we wanted everyone to know too, we don't want to use the word pain. And that was a boo-boo on our end. One thing that we want to make sure that we're using according to the FDA, et cetera, is that we're saying that this may help alleviate discomfort. So moving forward, we want to be able to utilize that so that when you guys are sharing this with your friends and family, and especially online, when this is public to everyone, we want to make sure that we're enforcing the term that our CBD, our ALLUR specifically, may help alleviate discomfort, which it has done for our friends and families. And even Bill Boyce, who was on here, he was saying, oh my gosh, this balm is literally the best ever. His fishing buddies, where is it? His fishing buddies. He said the entire fishing resort of Tropic Star Lodge is talking about it after several anglers used my Allure last weekend for discomfort issues. Some already ordering. So it has been definitely amazing.
This bomb is the bomb.
Yes,
the bomb
exactly.
bomb. It's a bomb.
It's a bomb. Okay, so the next question that we wanted to ask is, will CBD get me high? We're gonna ask 2 more questions. So this is the second to last question. And for you guys who are just logging in, you're like, I didn't have a chance to ask my questions. Don't worry, ask your questions again. There's around like 10 other questions that we have not had the time to answer on the CBD 101, but we want to be able to take your questions in so that we can answer it the following week, next Monday. Every Monday we do our CBD 101. So make sure that you guys are dropping in your questions right now, just like Louis Denise, he says, sorry, just got here. Some people just logging on. So again, make sure that you are typing in your questions. So did I ask you the question just now or did I not? My question was, oh yes, does CBD get you high?
No, CBD does not get you high. It's not psychoactive. It'll make you feel well because it'll help take care of the discomfort you may have. So in that sense, but it's not going to get you high.
And I love that you clarify that, because for me, you know, like when we initially started ByDzyne, you know, we were thinking, okay, we want to bring out the top of the top trends so that brand ambassadors and BD Nation has the opportunity to, you know, grow their business in something that is popular and trendy. And one of it was CBD. And my biggest fear initially was like, oh my gosh, are we starting a company that's everyone's going to be high? Because I had no idea. You know, I literally thought CBD equals marijuana, CBD equals weed. And you're here to say that's not the case.
That's not the case.
It's not the case. It's something that you extract from the plant that is natural. It's virtually like an essential, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So
essential oil.
It's like virtually like an essential oil that basically gets locked into your endocannabinoid system. You have 2 receptors. So look, I'm learning from you, Dr.
You're doing great.
I'm very impressed.
Right? You have 2 receptors, right? And guys, drop some hearts for Dr. Sharma right now. Or you know what? Drop that emoji with some, like, with the glasses. You're wearing glasses. I feel like I should wear glasses. Smart. We're getting smart with you, Dr. Sharma.
That's right.
So you have 2 receptors. You have your something 1 and something 2.
CB1 and CB2.
CB1 and CB2. No, just CB. So CB for cannabinoid. So CB cannabinoid. So CB.
Okay, so CB1 and CB2. CB1, correct. The THC attaches to it, helps you with the brain.
Perfect.
As CB2 is what, like, you know, you focus more on inflammation, etc. And then the CBD attaches to that. Perfect. So now I understand that part, and I hope you guys are understanding that too. Drop some love for Dr. Sharma, because we're here to get educated, get smart, learn what we're taking into our bodies, right? Because you want to know what you're ingesting. It makes you feel good, you know? So we want to learn that. So the last question that we have today is, wow. Okay, first off, before I ask the question, Louis Denise, I hope I'm pronouncing it wrong, Denise or Dennis, Louis Denise. He said, I've taken CBD for 3 years, tried over 10 different brands, and ours works the best.
That's correct.
Speaking of the best, Dr. Sharma, so many people have asked, you know, like, what distinguishes our CBD line, our Allure line from others? And for me, you know, I was saying to them, you know, like, what makes our product different? Because you're seeing CBD pop up everywhere.
Yep.
Whether it's MLM, you know, that's one thing, but you have it at Vons, you have it at Ross, grocery stores, you know, like CVS, airports, etc. Silky, who was at the airport today, you know, she saw a bunch of CBD at the airport. And so I was talking to you, and what I realized that our CBD line, our Allure line, as we continue to expand it and grow it with your guidance, you know, what makes us different is that we have doctor formulated products. So correct. I just wanted you to really hone in on how being a doctor formulated product, doctor formulated brand distinguishes us and why that's important, and how we have the competitive edge over every single company out there because of you, Dr. Sharma. Like, what's important about being doctor formulated?
So what's important is that, again, we talked about how CBD is one molecule, and you have so many other essential oils in cannabis or hemp that will work synergistically together to help CBD even accentuate its effects. So that's why it's important. The other thing I would say is that as a company, we put our COAs right online, right? Our customers, our brand ambassadors know exactly what's in it. All the CBD that's popping up, you have no idea what's in it. Not many companies actually share that information. We're, like you said, transparent, want to share that information. And it's a unique product because we've got not only CBD, but other essential oils working with it synergistically to create or enhance the effects of CBD.
I love it. And when you said, you know, like for us, it's not just about the CBD, but it's about having the perfect mix. So just like I said last time, you know, like
lasagna.
Yes, you're creating the perfect lasagna. And when you say that, I'm like salivating because I have not had lunch yet.
now.
And I have not had dinner. And so it's true. It's like you are the perfect cook. You know, you're bringing all these botanical terpenoids plus CBD plus the different essential oils into us to create doctor formulated products, which is a recipe specific for our brand ambassadors, BD Nation, and the rest of the world, which we're going to bring it to. So that's a huge, huge, huge point that you make, that what distinguishes us. You know, we're the only company who has Dr. Sharma. And what does that mean? It means we're going to have we're the only company that has doctor formulated products that are specifically formulated by Dr. Sharma, who is, you know, again, board certified cardiac surgeon turned to alternative health, who saw 35,000 patients. And that's what makes us different. And as you're talking about, you know, the botanical terpenoids, as well as the terpenes, you know, no one has seen this, and you're the first one who I've talked to who's really focused in and honed in on the whole concept of merging the two synergistically. So just wanted to say thank you for that. We're excited. Everyone is excited.
Yep.
Yes, everyone's saying, you know, like this is the one that is the best. They're dropping these glasses, they're dropping these food emojis. So we're very, very excited, and just wanted to say thank you to you, Dr. Sharma, for partnering with us, partnering with ByDzyne, and for the future products that we're going to be releasing together. Doctor formulated.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. So BD Nation, again, if you guys are watching this, make sure that you guys drop your FAQs. We did not, I know a lot of your questions have not been answered.
Yep.
And we want to be able to get to those questions as soon as possible. So guys, again, whenever you guys are posting about ALLUR, you know, about our products, hashtag doctor formulated product. We need to get that out there, because no one on this planet, literally no one, unless there's been cloning done in the back end, right? But no one on this planet has Dr. Sharma.
Exactly.
And so no one has these doctor formulated products that are going to compete with us, because no one has it. And he has these recipes locked in. He wouldn't even share it with us, like all the little itty bitty details. But with his track record, with everything he's seen for the past however many years he's been doing this, and seeing these many tens of thousands of 35,000 patients, plus probably more, you know, since the time we've met him already. And that's what makes our ALLUR product, our ALLUR brand, special. So hashtag doctor formulated product. That's what makes us different. So we just want to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys, to everyone, BD Nation, who's watching. If you guys are watching this right now, say thank you to Dr. Sharma. On top of that, we're going to get off the CBD 101 in a minute, but wanted to remind you guys that in the next 20 minutes, we're going to move over to Mind Mover Monday, which we're going to get into different updates of ByDzyne and different training as well. Why? Because we believe that starting your week off right is going to allow your week to prosper. Yeah. So at first we were like, do we just spread this out? No, let's just do it now. Like we believe in just let's execute. Let's go through this. So let's win this together. All right. Thank you so much, BD Nation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Dr.
much,
Sharma.
Dr. Sharma.
You bet.
We're gonna do this and build this massive together. We're gonna see a lot of people helped from you.
That's the key.
And Adam
That's
Wood
the
says
key.
thank you. So again, my name is Natita,
My name is Chad.
Dr. Sharma.
and we choose
Cheers
to live our
a life
lives by design. Bye,
Till next week, guys.
Bye.
Later on,
Bye.
20 minutes. Bye.